We are live. Mr. Byron, ready? Oh, yeah. Open meeting of the Municipal Utilities Authority, committee meeting for July 10th, 2024. Mr. Schmidt, please read the open statement.
Both adequate and electronic notice of this meeting pursuant to both the Open Public Meetings Act and Emergency Remote Meeting Protocol advising local finance notice 2020-21 that given by the Director of Finance, Deputy Executive Director of the Beecham Municipal Utilities Authority on June 6, 2024 in the following manner. Number one, emailing written notice to the Burlington County Times, Courier Post, and Central Record. Number two, posting written notice on the official Beecham EMUA website. Number three, following written notice with the clerks of Beecham and Medford. Written notice was posted at the authority business address located at 100 Truck Road, Marlton, New Jersey 08053 on June 6, 2024. The statement shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
Right, please stand to the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Kipnis?
Aye, here. Jet lag.
Mr. Dross?
Here.
Dr. Hunter? Here. Mr. Sweeney?
Here.
Mr. Schmidt?
Here.
Mr. Tenza?
Here.
Mr. Walters? Not present.
Meeting minutes. Do I have a motion for us the minutes for the previous session for June 5th, 2024?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Dross?
Aye.
Dr. Hunter? Aye. Mr. Sweeney?
I have to abstain. I wasn't there.
Mr. Schmidt?
Aye.
Mr. Tenza?
I will abstain. I was missing at that meeting also. Public comments. Do we have anybody in the queue, Chris?
We do not.
All right, since there's nobody here, close public comments. Financial report, resolution 2024-75 payment of bills. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Is there any discussion? Since there's no discussion, roll call, please.
Mr. Dross?
Aye.
Dr. Hunter? Aye. Mr. Sweeney?
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt?
Aye.
Mr. Tenza?
Aye. Resolution 2024-76, refunds, credits, and cancellations. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Since there's no discussion, roll call, please.
Mr. Dross?
Aye.
Dr. Hunter? Aye. Mr. Sweeney?
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt?
Aye.
Mr. Tenza?
Aye. Resolution 2024-77, authorizing award of contract through Sourcewell National Cooperative Purchasing Program, the Staples Contract and Commercial LLC, in an amount not to exceed $25,000 to purchase office supplies for fiscal year 2025. Do I have a motion? So,
Second.
any discussion on that? Jim, you have that one.
Yes, this is, says guarantees us the lowest prices and fair, proper buying power.
Sounds good to me. Any discussion on that? And if not, roll call, please.
Mr. Dross?
Aye.
Dr. Hunter? Aye. Mr. Sweeney?
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt?
Aye.
Mr. Tenza?
Aye. Resolution 2024-78. Authorizing entry into a joint funding agreement for water resources investigation with the United States Geological Survey in the amount of $10,480 for the operation and maintenance of recorders of groundwater wells in the Mount Laurel, Winona Aquifer system. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Is, Jeff, do you have that?
Yeah, this resolution is for the US Geological Survey. And basically, they provide hydraulic modeling information for the wetland aquifer and advise us along the way what we should or shouldn't be doing, especially in drought type conditions.
Okay, is there any discussion on this?
Yeah, just a quick question. Have we done this? We've done this before with them, correct?
Yes,
And is the price similar, the same, not gone up much, or what?
seems to run up almost consistently in my tenure, about $1,000 a year.
Okay.
Is there any other discussion? Thank you, Lou.
Just if I may, to a side note, this is required
You may not.
by your water allocation permit. You have to enter it. So,
All right, thank you for that explanation. Is there any other discussion on this? Since there's none, Ms. Chris, could you do the roll call, please?
Mr. Dross,
Aye.
Dr. Hunter. Aye. Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Mr. Tenza.
Aye. Resolution 2024-80, award of contract in excess of $6,600 to Mission Communications LLC in the amount of $17,490.60 for the annual renewal of communication systems monitoring at 29 selected sites. Do I have a motion, please?
Second.
Jim?
yes, this is, how we tell for any alarms, any lift stations, some of the wells, hospital pressure, stuff like that. So, it works out very well for us. Also having a digital screen you can look at on your, phone or computer and see what pumps are running that one.
All right, thank you very much.
Very nice system.
Is there any discussion on this? Since there's none, a roll call, please.
Mr. Dross,
Aye.
Dr. Hunter. Aye. Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Mr. Tenza.
Aye. Resolution 2024-81, award of emergency contract in excess of $6,600 to AC Schultz in the amount of $7,350 to pull the existing oil loop VTP and inspect well number 9. Have a motion, please. So moved. Second. Jim?
Yes, this, well, it was running fine just the other day. Decided it didn't want to run anymore, so we tried putting another motor on, but the shaft is, all snatched up, so it's not pumping, so we have to have AC Schultz come in and pull the well, see what's going on with the shaft.
How long has that been in, use that? Nothing.
Probably, last time they pulled back is probably 17,
16, 17.
yeah, 14, 17, somewhere out there, for 17, and, you know, it runs, it's a workhorse.
All right, very good. Thank you. Is there any other discussion on this? Since there's none, may I have the roll call, please?
Mr. Dross,
Aye.
Dr. Hunter. Aye. Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Mr. Tenza.
Aye.
If I may, just add to that, I don't know if we'll change your vote, but this is just for them to full inspect it. There's likely, and I would say positively, going to be some more costs associated once they find out what is wrong.
For replacement.
Well, replacement, redevelop, repair, whatever, this is just to pull this out of the ground.
But I can't think of a worse thing to do to not know, right?
Yeah, unfortunately,
You have to know.
It's sort of certified. You can't use the well until you figure out what's wrong with it.
Right. I just thought you need to know that, so whether the next meeting or so, when we figure out what's going on, then there'll be another discussion and another resolution.
So if it doesn't turn into a new well, a new building.
So do we.
Oh, well, today.
All right, resolution 2024-82, award of contract in excess of $6,600 to Safeware Security Instrument Corporation in the amount of $12,251.97 for the installation and central station services at Woodstream Wastewater Treatment Plant for a 5-year term. Do I have a motion? Yes, we'll get the motion first. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, thank you. Chris, you have that.
Yeah, the board may recall maybe a year or so ago, we, are redoing our alarm system and all the facilities. This is just a site that was in version left off that, you know, the whole replacement project, so we're just adding it now. We're about halfway through the installation of these, alarm services and it's going well, so. Just want to tag it on to the project.
All right, thank you. Is there any discussion on this?
Just a question, the 12,000, is that for every year or is it over the 5 years?
That includes the entire 5 years.
Okay.
Any installation.
Okay.
Good point. Is there any other discussion on this? Since there's none, roll call, please.
Mr. Dross?
Aye.
Dr. Hunter?
Aye.
Mr. Sweeney?
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt?
Aye.
Mr. Penza?
Aye. Executive Director's Report.
I'm happy to report that there are no violations for the month. However, we did have 2 water main breaks, one on Maple Avenue and one on Overington. The one on Maple Avenue was caused by PSE&G, re-drilling and setting a new pole for a bad pole, so they nicked our water main, and our guys repaired both of them water mains we did in-house. We had 2 discolored water, and we think that was a fluke in both situations out there. We couldn't replicate the situation at the home, but we tested everything and everything was in compliance. And that's the same where we had also 2 odor in the water, one on Kevin Way and one on Bergen Fort, Mayfair and Brush Hollow. Both situations tested in compliance and nothing was replicated when our staff was on site. Sometimes, especially when water is being consumed the way it is now with the heat and stuff like that, sometimes slugs or some scaling come off inside the pipes. Unfortunately, some residents may get a sampling of that through their taps, but or maybe something in their home. In most cases, this is typically hot water heaters. When we go there, we never find it on the cold side. It's usually a faucet that has a diverter on both sides. So once you turn it on, you get a little bit of warm, you get a little bit of cold, and most of the time it's a hot water heater. So we recommend flushing hot water heater once a year. The CCR reports, they're out, they will be out by June 29th. We have them, if you recall, we had them out in early June. We have them distributed to all the hospitals, apartments, office buildings and such. We also have it on the bills for our URL. They can go into a URL and see the CCR report, and we have them in our lobby. So they're all out, and I have to say, and I believe I said it in June's report, that we are completely in compliance. We have no issues. We had 3 vehicles plus a trailer participate in the township July 4th parade. That was a fun event. Our people like doing that, and it's good for the community. We've had a lot of questions from residents in the Heritage Phase 3 project about when paving is to commence, and we're being told by the contractor that should start late July, but most likely in August. A couple of projects we have ongoing, Wood Street Headworks and Nitrate projects are moving along pretty well. 60% of the design is done, and we're looking to break ground probably the first quarter of next year. We also have, if you recall, some of the board members have been here a long time. The Lincoln Tower project seems to be going on for, well, probably close to a decade. We're back into that. We're moving very, very well about getting the inside of that, painting the outside. And, you know, we have really good communication with our cellular providers right now and being cooperative at this point. So that's moving along. Hopefully we can probably get that done early spring next year. If not, we're going to wait to a full season. We have to watch when we do that. You know, we don't want to do it when the demand's high, and we don't want to do it when the demand's low and everything's cold, because then we got to bring in heaters for everything, which drive the cost up. So we're trying to time this early spring and kind of just nip it in the bud and be done by June. We're hoping to do that, but that'll take time of us getting everyone in line with the cell towers. Starting Friday, we're going to be onboarding 5 new employees. So that'll be pretty good. You know, our staff's ready and ready to train and ready to show these guys what we're expecting of them. As Chris alluded to, a lot of our alarm system projects are moving along really well. We're also in the process of upgrading currently right now our internet provider, not our provider, our systems at Elmwood. So we should have a lot more better service at Elmwood. We also moved participate in this August, I believe it's August 2nd, National Night Out. Along with usually the first Tuesday of every August, so we'll be there with our table set up in tent and also providing water for that event. And the last thing I got is again this year, Web Tech will be October 5th through the 9th. I'll ask Chris to send out an email to all the commissioners who is interested, and then we'll go from there to see what we want to do about who's going and all that stuff. So hope I'll have Chris do that by Friday and he can get back to her as soon as possible so we can get the early volume rates. That's all I have. If anybody has questions for me?
Any other additional problems we have in Heritage with the upgrading
The job is done. I'm sure Wayne will touch base on that in his report. We're just waiting on the paving. We have some, obviously some concrete work left that we have to get done. It has been quiet. I'm not a social media guy, but my moles, they keep me in line. It's kind of been quiet. So, we'll try and do the best job for everyone here.
Those 6 streets were taken care of?
I'm sorry?
The 6 streets that we missed?
Yes, yeah, all the water main are all in right now. We still have a couple things that we have to go out to bid for Heritage. Yeah,
I'll cover it.
yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, I have resolution 2024-83, authorizing an amendment to the authority's rules and regulations, section 116, restrictions of water usage. Do I have a motion?
So,
Second. Yeah, you got that one?
Yeah, so basically, we were receiving a lot of phone calls from concerned residents about who's using water, what, where, and when. And we looked at our rules and regs, and we felt that there was a lot of gray area. We felt that let's tighten up that gray area, and if you folks see what we sent you, the red line version, what we changed, we felt that was best for everyone as a whole in the community. That we don't want to restrict people from using water unless there's obviously water restrictions in place by the state or the federal government. But we do want them to, adhere to the odd meeting days and stuff like that and time frames. But we kind of lightened up on, we received some phone calls about he's not allowed to use a power washer, or the power washing and doing this, and they're not allowed to do that. And so we felt let's change some of the language in there. And I know that this language isn't the same that's on our calendar currently, and Commissioner Kipnis has brought our attention as well. We're going to treat that as a case-by-case scenario. When we get the phone calls, I'm going to discuss what we did, and the next year's calendar will have everything updated as far as what the restrictions are, what they can and can't do.
All right, you put it on social media also, the updates.
Yeah, it'll be on our rules and regs if you guys adopt it.
Very good, thank you. Is there any other discussion on this? All right, if not, roll call, please.
Mr. Dross,
Aye.
Dr. Hunter. Aye. Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Mr. Penn.
Aye. Engineers report?
Thank you. Southside water storage tank, nothing new there. Route 70 water main is ongoing. The direction and drill portion is completed. They've started tying the hydrants now, and they'll then move on to tie the services into that. And then we have one changeover.
Okay, resolution 2024-79, approval of change order number 1 in the amount of $25,645 to JVS in industrial and commercial for Route 70 water main replacement. Do I have a motion on that, please? Second? Second. Any discussion on this?
Yeah, I can explain a little. We had to add 115 feet more directionally drilled pipe. The plans show a horizontal line assumed to be 4 feet deep. They had to go pretty deep to get under some of the utilities that added extra pipe that had to be pushed under the ground. And so the contractor's getting compensated for that.
Is there any other discussion on this? Since there's none, we have a roll call, please.
Mr. Dross.
Aye.
Dr. Hunter. Aye. Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Mr. Tenza.
Aye.
Route 70 sewer main, nothing new to report there. Elmwood Storage Building, construction is ongoing. Foundations are being put in place. The well 6 building is done. The well 6 re-drill. Schulte should be in to test the end of this week. and hopefully next month they can say that's done. Elmwood UV disinfection, we'll be taking bids on that, next week, I believe. And Heritage Village Phase 3 water main. Yes, the contract that was bid, the water mains are done. We've also had the contractor, add water mains to George and Williams. That work is done. We're going to have a contract add water main for Heritage Road. That was missed because it was mismarked on the materials were mismarked on the system maps. So we'll add that now. And there's also a crossing of Main Street that will tie in a good water main on the other side to the new system in Heritage Village. We'll have the contract to do that. They're all going to be covered. The Heritage Road and the crossing of Main Street will be covered in a change order that I'll present next month. Once that change order is approved, the contractor will come back to Heritage Village and finish everything. Cardinal Court, Sweet Gum, Cottonwood, that contractor has started, made good progress today. That was his first day of putting water main in there. So far, so good. Aaron?
I wasn't home today.
But you didn't hear anything.
Pile
Yeah.
of pipes down there right at Cardinal Court.
Good, okay. Sinelli Lift Station, getting close to putting that out to bid. And, Elmwood and SCADA upgrades, we do have bids in hand on that.
Right, that was resolution 2024-84. Award of contract in excess of $44,000 to Allied Control Services in the amount of $230,100 for the Elmwood and Wood Stream wastewater treatment plants and SCADA upgrades. We have a motion.
Second.
Allied Control Services is the company that has been servicing your SCADA systems at the plants. They came in a bit higher. I touched base with them to see why they were higher than we had estimated. And basically, the software provider has raised some prices dramatically, and they also felt that they had to put a little bit extra manpower in than they first thought they needed on this project.
And much higher is a little higher.
Yeah, that's $250 million.
Right, yeah, it's about $65,000 higher.
Oh,
Than we had, originally.
not $230 higher. It's
No,
obviously.
yeah, it's not $230,000. No. That's the total, that's the bid price, $230,000.
Any additional comments? Discussions?
I'm thinking that it's been looked into and you think it's worth,
I do, yes.
right? But I don't know anything about how SCADA systems goes.
Right, and it's multi-components because you have some hardware, you have some software, and you have the installation costs.
Okay, thank you.
The good thing about this contractor, he's been working with us for probably 15 years, but he knows our system very well, and it was, when he teaches our folks, that's going along.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Any additional comments? If not, we'll have a roll call, please.
Mr. Dress?
Aye.
Dr. Hunter? Aye. Mr. Sweeney?
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt?
Aye.
Mr. Tenza?
Aye. Okay, General Counsel, Kelly, your turn.
Nothing, thank you so much.
Oh, I disregarded one thing. Is there any questions for the engineer? Final questions? So there's none. Kelly, you're good. Okay. Public comment? Nobody on the queue, Chris? Nobody here? Closing comments? All right, board comments. Lou, let's start with you.
Yeah, I mean, my system froze up, so I missed a couple of things at the beginning. I don't know if Laura is there. going over the financial report, but with 11 months under our belt, I'd like to congratulate the entire team. Our numbers look really good, and I'd like to thank the professional staff, the working level staff, and the rest of the commissioners, and most especially Laura on the budget and how things look. I know we're obviously into the new fiscal year, and we're going to close next month with the June numbers, but there'll be some adjustments that'll be coming in August. I remember that each year before, but I think they've done a great job looking at where the numbers look like they're going to end up for the end of the fiscal year. So thank you to the entire staff for that, and keep up the good work.
Lou, and thank you on that, and also for Mr. Schmidt, watching us through your budget for the year. Thank you very much. All right, Rich, you next, please.
Yeah, I wanted to thank everyone also for what they do, and I want to wish the new employees, I think Jeff said 5 new employees starting Friday. I want to wish them the best of luck on their new career.
All right, thank you, Rich. Myron?
Yeah, so, for this week on court and Cottonwood and Cardinal, just accolades to 3 of the employees. Very nice, well-informed. Miles came along, Mike and Nick, very polite, well-informed, knocking on doors and saying we're here, and I didn't tell them what I did until after the conversation. And so just wanted to say something nice about them. And the 4th of July parade, I had a blast. I saw the EMUA, but I didn't have a chance to see, but this is the best gig of the year. Sits in my garage for the entire year. For 4 hours I'm out there in the parade, this time in the polyester plastic suit in the heat. But it is a blast. What a wonderful town this is. Everybody responds so well. It's just, it's great. So hope everybody had a happy 4th. Thanks to the professional staff too, and everything you do.
Thank you, Myron. Dr. Hunt?
Well, first off, I hope everyone enjoyed their 4th of July and they came back refreshed. And also welcome to the 5 new employees. That's a pretty big deal because it's still hard to get people on board. So great job. And once again to the professionals and to the management and employees of the EMUA, thank you for making our job so easy.
Mr. Schmidt?
I mean, every comment that has been said so far, absolutely great. I want to welcome our employees and wish them the best as they start their career here with our organization or our group. And thank you to our employees. It's been a brutal stretch of weather. I'm sure it's no fun being out there busting a gut every day, but thank you to them and to everyone.
Thank you, Mike. I'd like to thank you anyway for participating in our township's 4th of July parade. You guys, it was a big help. Trucks were great, and your employees that were there were phenomenal. Like, put a big kudos to that. Also, I'd like to thank, as I said before, our professional staff, our management, supervision, and our operating group, and all of our commissioners also. We do a hell of a job through the year. I want to thank you personally and appreciate it. And have a great rest of the summer. Be safe and stay cool. All right. Our next meeting is Wednesday, August 7th, 2024 at 7 p.m. We have a motion to adjourn. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Closed. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Chris, I'm away, but I'm local away. If I can get an invite next time around, August.
Yeah,
Yeah, no news.
yeah, I agree. I really can.